And the way you just described her, someone like you, clearly attractive when you walk in a room.
Thank you.
How often does that become an issue if you're dealing with maybe men in these agencies, or even some women who may see how you look and may just suddenly have their own idea of your ability to do your job or whatever else it might be?
Yeah, so it is without a doubt a problem. I know what I look like. I know I'm not particularly darker. I know I'm not particularly with, extremely strong ethnocentric features. I do get people asking me ignorant questions, like even in business meetings. I've had someone ask me this while I'm in a hospital stay, like, which one of your parents is white?
Oh.
I don't feel like I could pass for that, but I've had people ask questions like that. So I think there's oftentimes, even with those, because I know we get complaints about, light-skinnedness in the industry, in all industries, and colorism. I think a lot of times there is that pressure of, do I fit the role of, going with the flow and the status quo just to get this opportunity, and maybe I'll be able to help another Black person out? Or maybe I'll be able to say something to HR if someone says something racist, or do I take a stand? Now, I'm well known in this city that I'm not that bitch to try. You will get your whole feelings hurt. I will have every national organization on your ass if you try me. And it does obviously hurt me, because as much as we're creating opportunities here, and there is more Black businesses growing. I will say that one thing about South Florida. We do have a lot of thriving Black communities, and more now young millennial business owners. But even though we are creating opportunities for ourselves, we still have to heavily rely on the generosity of Caucasians or whiteness and white privilege to make something shake for us. So, a lot of times, do I burn bridges? Yes. Do I give a fuck? No. It really doesn't matter to me. If anyone can tell you anything about me, they'll tell you Leanne literally doesn't give a damn what white people have to say when they're wrong, or any race has to say when they're wrong. She will stand up for what is always right. I wish we had more people like that, because then we could see changes in the newsroom, and we could see changes in the marketing room, and we wouldn't have these companies having to backtrack and say, probably wasn't a good idea to draw big lips on a Gucci, ski hat.
A ski mask.
It probably wasn't a good idea to do that. But unfortunately, a lot of us just want to keep our jobs. You have to be the kind of person down here to be able to say something. And I think because locally there are a lot of organizations, Black civil rights organizations that are stationed down here. People are a little bit more afraid to get away with a lot of the things that they were getting away with. But even in these PR rooms, there are blatant racism. Even upwards to this week, I heard someone say something. I was like, good damn well that's an HR problem. I think a person had called in about a client event. And I think one of the girls was like, okay, Shaniqua. I was like, we won't be laughing here at this company, that's for sure.
Boy.
So, these like little microaggressions are where you have to make your choice about what you want. But I do hope that in the future, more, that this doesn't encourage Black women from, because most of the PR industry now is female. It used to be all male, but now it's mostly female. I hope that more Black women are opening up their own agencies, and then opening doors for other Black folks.
What has been your biggest challenge, personally and professionally? Because I'm sure, aside from just from the bullshit you deal with on a daily basis between these different companies and everything else, what is it that you feel has been maybe your biggest challenge?
Having my skill sets challenged, having people be able to say, okay, this girl really knows what she's doing. And then when I get in there, they're giving me a hard time in terms of making decisions. And I think where sometimes I challenge myself, or I struggle with myself, is, having to speak up in rooms and not wanting to be overly assertive, which I know that's the continuing Black female conundrum. And then also, being able to put your foot down and say, I didn't get this far not knowing what the hell I'm doing. And I'm certainly not going to answer to someone who can't figure out that you don't write email messages in a subject line.